Welcome to the Ares Initiative, pilot. You are an assault reconnaissance extraction specialist. You are humanity's greatest hope. The melding has transformed the Earth. The Chosen harass our strongholds while bandits take advantage of the chaos, pushing us to the edge. The Accord is only just able to keep it together. But you can change that. Our foothold is in New Eden, but it's not enough. We're giving you the top-of-the-line battle frames to strike back against all that threaten us. But these are just the beginning, because our enemies are getting stronger, and so must we. Hone your skills, gain combat experience, build your own armory of battle frames, and master their capabilities. This is the only way we can overcome the enemy. Use what resources you can find to create weapons and enhance your battle frame. Mastering these skills will let you do more than survive. This is how you will become the ultimate weapon. Work with your fellow Ares pilots. But be aware, not everyone has your interest at heart. Your journey will not be easy. The world has changed, and with it come new challenges that will test your will. But with the Ares Initiative, we can push back the melding, defeat the Chosen, and take back our planet, our home.
Hello, Firefall fans. How's everybody doing tonight? Totally forgot my webcam was facing the wrong way. Alright, so tonight I'm going to be answering any questions you guys have for me regarding Firefall. This is going to be a way for me to try and get new players into the experience a little bit better and get some advanced tips they might not know right off the bat. So with me tonight, I have Cass.
Hey.
And he is going to be observing the chat for me and picking out the best of the best questions. So, right off the bat, I'm going to start off with one that I was asked earlier that I thought was a pretty good one. How much crystite should you have on you at any given point in time? The answer, as much as you can have. Nah, but seriously, right now crystite is mainly used in crafting and researching. So it's really a question of how much crafting and researching you want to do. Particularly, I know for a fact that a lot of the crafting you are probably going to end up doing is going to be on the consumable side of things. And there are a lot of consumables you're going to need. Particularly, you're going to need ammo packs, and you're going to need health packs. Maybe not as much immediately at the beginning, but down the line you are going to need some ammo or some health packs. Ammo packs you'll probably need immediately. Right now, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, the way crystite is right now, it's a harder commodity to acquire than it used to be. Credits are only used for the marketplace, so don't think that you can just garner a lot of credits and expect to get crystite from it. Crystite comes from hard work, which comes from, you know, getting resources and refining them. And crystite is also used in your repairs, which is important because that keeps your abilities up. Stuff doesn't break anymore, but definitely need to keep repairs up.
Yeah, as you can see, just going through what I've done right here, repairing everything I got right here, let's just select it all. It'll cost me about 3,500, but bear in mind I am a heavy use player. I'm already pretty high level, and the higher level your equipment is, the higher rarity as well, the more it's going to cost to repair it. But that's to repair everything across all my frames right now, which might as well do, because it's going to need to happen anyway. Now, a key thing to keep in mind is as soon as you equip an item, it is bound to you forever, so if you're ever planning on selling it on the marketplace, make sure you decide then and there if you're going to sell it, because it could be too late already. But going back to the whole crafting thing, research is going to take a good chunk of crystite out of you. The smaller level stuff is only going to be like 200, but then when you get to the higher level stuff, you're going to start hitting like 5,000, and then the highest level is going to be like 1,300 or 130,000. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And remember, when you're doing resources and, you're in research, go across the top of the tree.
Yes, absolutely. You're going to find that there's not too much reason when you're doing your research to actually take every single one of these. Usually what you're going to want to do, go all the way across the top of the tree, which gets rid of the level 5 intervals on the easiest rarity, and then work your way down when you hit 40. And only worry about the high level 40 stuff. That's going to be your ticket area. That's going to be your hot items.
Yeah, I wouldn't craft anything under 40 unless it was like blue or purple. And even then, it takes resources that you probably want to use towards 40 stuff.
Exactly. Now, another good point was brought up by Void Q, and I saved one of these just for this because I knew it was going to be asked. What's another way to get ammo packs and health packs? Well, as you do jobs, you get these copper vending tokens you can put into the vending machine, and that will actually spit out crystite and... Oh wow, that was actually really lucky. I got a one-use LGV out of it. But usually you'll find yourself getting an ammo pack or a health kit out of it for free. So remember, when you're done doing your jobs, always hit up the Accord vending machine and grab something, because that's free money right there. That's good stuff. Or you might get lucky and get an LGV. Well, one use, but still. So, moving right along, what other questions do you guys have for me? I am all ears. I am open to theory crafting. I am open to, hey, what did it used to be like? Hey, what are we looking forward to? And I might have a little bit of insider information. Maybe. So, while we, let's see, did you answer what can I do in game? Good question. What can you do in game? Well, the first thing you're going to find yourself doing these days is you're going to find an Ares job boards. You can look right on the map and find them at most of your local giant areas, such as where I am right here in the Trans-Sub Command. So when you find your job board right there, which I believe is right up here, this will lead you on a quest chain. And some of the quests, I gotta say, the narrative that they do on a lot of these quests are really good. It really fills in a lot of the lore aspects of the game that I've really been looking for. Now, you're gonna say, okay, but what if I don't want to do a lore quest? What if I just want to run around? You can just run around. That is actually the beauty, in my opinion, of Firefall, is it is very, very sandboxy. You can actually look right on the map and see, oh, hey, there's stuff I can do down here, or hey, there's stuff I can do over here. There is always something going on somewhere in the world of New Eden. And if you go on a job board mission and you happen to run across something, do not continue with the mission. Go do that something, because the mission will wait for you, but that something's only going to be there for so long. And you can get a lot of experience, you can get a lot of goodies, a lot of gear and stuff out of those things. Like right here, I'm just walking by, I see these guys doing thumpers. Thumpers, if you don't know, are used to collect materials, and just through the act of helping these people do their thumper for a little while, I don't even have to sit and do the whole thing. If I do a little of it, I will actually get some of those resources myself completely for free. And the Fish Up, thank you very much for watching.
You got a question? So, the Archangel frame, that was a frame that was peaked at during a kind of, Red 5 kind of had a round table thing. So it was pretty much a frame they're talking about. I don't think they're going to get to it anytime soon. There was two frames they showed.
Yes, that was one of them. There was the Archangel and the Gravitron. The Archangel was going to be a variant, I believe, on the Assault frame, and the Gravitron was going to be a variant on the Engineer frame. Sorry. And what it turned out being was, although those things were leaked, they were just leaked out of files that weren't really ready for production. So those were literally just like them throwing some stuff at the wall and seeing what stuck. Yeah, it was just concepts. They have since confirmed. Not only are they not going to be frames, at least not in the near future, they currently do not have any plans to implement new frames. There is nothing like that on the back burner whatsoever right now. Right now, their prime concerns are bug fixes, balance fixes, and new content. Not including frames, like new areas and stuff, new missions. So we can expect in the future to see some new battle frames, not right now. Can I turn Cass's volume up a bit? I sure as hell can. Cass, they love you. They want to hear you.
Yeah, I'm probably low again. This mic, it gets really weird sometimes. I'm on my troll. I'm on my troll mic, my simple one.
I knocked you up like 6 decibels. That should get you.
So yeah, I'm trying to see these other questions here. It looks like there was a question about rating.
About rating?
Yeah.
Or power rating? Are you saying power rating or raiding the old material?
Raid.
Oh, raiding. That kind of raiding. Jeez, I'm all over the place with that. We actually just recently did the raids, both of the raids actually, AOD. We all got together and did really, really fun stuff with that. So the first one is, I can never pronounce, it begins with a K. Want to help me out here, Cass? Sounds like koala, but it's not a koala. It's a giant lava worm thing. The first one's a giant lava worm thing, basically. And what ends up happening is you're in a cave with lava that actually starts to overflow. It overflows on its own, and you have to kill it before it flows up to the point where there's nothing to stand on anymore. And it ends up being really intense. You got to move around for cover, and it's constantly like area denialing you by throwing fire at places and ramming you and all that stuff. It's really, really fun. You can reach those raids at level 40. Actually, I think you can start at level 37. You can start working your way towards them, but at level 37 to level 40. You can go into Devil's Tusk, and at Devil's Tusk there's an area towards the end, it's in the level 40 area, where there's a mission chain. It's this hunter mission chain. And when you do those missions, you are able to unlock the ability to get into those raids. Now, you need a minimum of 15 people, 20 people is recommended, because those are hard bosses to kill. I mean, I just told you about the lava worm. I didn't even tell you about Baneclaw. We lost against that so many times.
Yeah. So another question is coming up. Trojan White's like, I just hit 25. I'm feeling the leveling blues. Got any interesting ways to level and escape the boringness of jobs? So I've been doing a lot of leveling, and the main thing is you have to go balls deep when you're leveling. You have to do everything on the map. If you see something random pop up, you have to do it. The best way, honestly, to not get the blues when leveling is level with somebody.
Yeah, that really helps a lot. Have a friend at all times. And another big thing, like you were saying, do everything. I'm not even kidding. So you're at level 25 now, which means I believe you are ready for Sir Tao if you haven't been here already. Yeah, you're going to head to Dredge now. If you haven't gone to Dredge, you have just hit the place to go to Dredge. This place is awesome. This is a new area that just came out in the new patch. It's a giant desert area. It's got a lot of amazing new enemies that should really change up the gameplay for you quite a bit. And literally, just looking on the map right here, I can see orbital comm towers being taken over. I would drop everything I'm doing. I don't care what job I'm doing. If orbital comm tower is ever being taken over, you head there immediately, because that is a really fun event going on. And you're basically going to have to save that from getting taken over by the Chosen, and there will be tons of other people there helping you with that. So definitely do everything. And other things I see right here, just so I can get that. Oh, I guess not anymore, but there was an Ares job around here too. There's one. So if you see something like these, go to them immediately. I've heard that they might be implementing something so more of these pop up on the map. Right now they are kind of sparse.
Well, so another question was about arena battles. I believe that they are eventually going to bring back the arena battles. I think it's something that they've been mulling over for a while, and they did have success with them. The problem is I think what they're trying to do with open world PvP is to also look at how the frames react to each other, so that when they bring in the arenas again, it will actually become more. It was pretty balanced to begin with, but it'll be better. The problem, and we're gonna be honest with it right now. I think the problem is that they pushed esports way too soon.
Yes, that was a big factor. Now, like you were saying, the PvP was huge back then, but the thing was, it wasn't huge enough. Most people were focused on the PvE back in the beta days. But yeah, basically, what happened was there was balancing problems with the PvP at the time, and the only way that they really could balance out the PvP aspect was by changing the gear. Changing the gear also changed the PvE aspect of the gear. So they had a big dilemma going on. It's like, well, we got to focus on one, because right now we just don't have the resources to do both. What ended up happening was they kind of put PvP to the side, and they focused on PvE because it was getting the most interest at the time. So I had actually seen Faded Pez, aka Frank. He had posted on the forums about 2 weeks ago mentioning that instance PvP, arena-style PvP, was quote-unquote just a matter of time. So it's definitely coming, no question. It's just a question of, when. They just need to dedicate some resources to it.
Darkkin is thanking us for doing this. No, hey, no problem, man. We've seen the best of this game, and we've seen the worst. And I think right now we're in one of the best times. I mean, there's a lot of bugs, and there's always going to be a lot of bugs in a game like this. So I see you guys having so much trouble after level 24 leveling. You guys just, I tell you, when you're in Sertao, it goes so much faster than it does in New Eden. And I think the honest opinion with that is that the perks. When you start getting perks, you start moving faster. You start killing faster. I mean, woohoo! The missions, and Sertao's got some of the best story missions in the game right now.
Oh, bar none. They are a league of their own.
There's some really amazing missions. But I know this is a free-to-play game, and some people swear not to spend any money on it. But if you have a little bit of money and you want to, it's just burn in your pocket, I would honest to God pick up that 100% XP boost.
Oh, worth every penny. That'll get you so far ahead. I think it's 10 red beans, isn't it?
It's only 10 red beans, and honest to God, it's probably if you were gonna buy anything from this game, I would buy the XP boost.
Yeah.
Like, screw the skins. You can buy the skins on the marketplace.
And I'm gonna even throw it. Sorry, go ahead.
But I mean, as far as like making sure that these any sort of money that you would spend, I would spend it on the X boost. It's not pay to win. It helps you.
It's convenience.
Up those levels. Convenience.
Yeah.
I mean, everything that you spend money on here is either for beauty or convenience.
But one thing I am going to say is even if you don't want to buy the 10 red beans, which another option you can go is that crystite I was talking about earlier, you can convert those into credits. And you can buy 10 red beans, 100 credits each for 1,000 credits. So if you spend 12,000 crystite, you can afford to buy 10 red beans, which you can spend towards a 100% XP boost for an hour. And that is literally doubling the speed of your leveling.
Yeah, see, he's like, I thought it was 100. So, my dad is asking, doing a job from the job board worth it for leveling? Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Because doing anything in this game that gives you XP is worth doing. From the crash thumpers to the broken LGVs to the freaking melding tornadoes, everything. Do it. Because not only do you get XP, you get crystite, and you get stuff.
So the job boards, the whole reason they put them into the game was because the biggest problem people had with the game when it was very sandboxy before there was job boards was people didn't know that they could go anywhere and do anything. The idea with the job boards is really just to get you out there and explore the land, nothing more. I mean, people take it like that's the only way to level up. It's really, really not. Their idea with that is to try and get you to explore the land so you can realize that there are other missions and other things going on that you can do to get XP. So, for example, I can be running across doing a mission like so, and then suddenly I notice on my map, like right next to me, hey, there's a crashed LGV over here. So instead of completing the mission, which I can just do at any time, it's going to wait for me. I can instead just go straight to this crashed LGV and start doing this and still get a ton of experience out of it, in addition to the experience I'm going to get for doing the mission.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's the big thing. If you're gonna find stuff in between while you're leveling, while you're doing your Ares mission. Do it. Don't say, "Oh, I'll come back to it." No,
it won't be there anymore. Yeah, don't say I'll come back to it ever. It won't be there anymore. Your mission can wait. Do whatever's around you.
Oh, and see, here's Faded Pez in the channel with us.
Hey, Faded, how's it going?
And you know, I was listening to the stream that Faded Pez did earlier, talking about how they're going to get more of the dynamic missions in the game. And that's great. I think what they did was they kind of throttled back on the evasions and whatnot in New Eden to kind of see how the job boards would work out.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're going to be pumping back up the number of those things, because it used to be flooded with Ares missions and, you know, everything else.
And I think once you have that dynamic to it, right now I think it's pretty dynamic where it is. Some people say that, you know, there's certain areas that are dead. I've never experienced that. There's always been stuff to do.
So, Big Chunk 1 is asking, how do you help other missions? You just kill things in the area for credit. So you can just kill a couple of things and move on and let someone else leave it to it. I honestly don't do that because I want to make sure the job gets done. So I literally just see the entire mission through. I mean, it's when I say mission, bear in mind, I'm talking about Ares missions and not jobs, not Ares jobs, but like Ares missions, the data worm I'm doing right here, things like this. Go through, just do like what I'm doing right now, finish this, and then move on to your job. Don't even worry about your job, it'll be there. It won't move. This will go away quick.
And like Frank was saying, you know, Beta Pez was saying, if you just run by and someone's in the middle of the mission, you can be a part of it and still get credit for it.
Yep, totally.
But you have to work for it. You can't just stand there. Like, a lot of times you'll see somebody, and I've seen this, and players have been really nice about it. Someone coming out of the Ares mission, and they got one last thing to turn in. They've already killed stuff. They'll toss it to the player who just showed up, so they can get credit for it too.
Yeah, it's really a kind courtesy thing. If you see someone coming in to a mission and you know they haven't killed anything yet, toss them whatever the last thing is, because you know they tried to get there and they obviously were gonna help. So you know, help them out. It's not like it's gonna hurt you. You get the same amount of rewards either way.
And Legion saying low spawn of Ares mission recently has turned me out on them. When I get to one, it's either bugged out or completely incomplete by the time I get there. Yeah, sometimes. I think it's some of the newer Ares missions that are bugged, but some of the ones in New Eden I haven't had a problem with as far as being able to run and do them.
I've never actually had a bugged one in Sir Tao, so I think that's been fine. Maybe Devil's Tusk?
Do you wish Ares missions could spawn a bit more frequently? Yeah, I think they do need to spawn a little bit more frequently. Based on the number of players, I think there's... I'm not a coder. I don't know if that's a true statement, but I've noticed that if there's a lot of players in the area, stuff really starts popping up.
Well, for a frame of reference, I have 99 people here, and there is actually a Crash Thumper near me. There is an Ares mission near me, another Ares mission near me, another Crash Thumper, another Ares mission. They're all over the place. You just gotta walk to them. That's the thing. And I know that Ares job board just looks so tempting because it's right there, but the thing is, if you jump from this mission, to this mission, to this Thumper, to that mission, you will have gotten way more experience in a shorter amount of time than you would have doing a full Ares job and then coming back. I guarantee it. And you'll probably have had more fun, too, because you worked for it, you know?
The best thing to do, I honestly, I wouldn't try to go after an individual Ares mission. I would work on your job, and if something happens to pop up along the way, do it. Now, I've noticed that the popped up Ares missions give a pretty good amount of XP greater than the Ares job boards. It's just that the Ares job boards are consistent.
Exactly. It's easier to pick up a job and do that than it is to go out and actually find your fun, you know? So this game's all about finding your fun. Oh, and see, you also get little goodies like that little fucker. Holy shit. Look at this. Look at this guy right here. If you shoot him, he just drops a ton of stuff for you. Wait for it. Oh, I guess that was the whole... this was a lower level Ares mission, so it wasn't a lot, but I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3 junk salvages, a supercharge, an ammo pack, and about 10 Christites. So, for low level, that's not bad, especially the 3 junk salvage. That'll be handy. But generally speaking, they have nice little goodies like that sometimes. They call them loot pinatas. Just shoot them and kill them. But yeah, I find that the jobs are, or rather, the Ares missions are a lot more diverse and fun because the locales are very well designed. And I have to apologize, I'm breaking a cardinal sin right now by actually on stream doing salvaging because I'm full.
No, by all means, if you're full, do it. You know, there's a lot of new stuff game, and I'm sure it's overwhelming to new players. We are actually on our Saturday stream, which I hope Highsight you could be a part of if you're around. We're going to be starting on level 1 frames that we haven't touched, and we're going to play the game as you new guys have, just to kind of help out, because a lot of us have already had high-end frames. I've actually gone back and leveled a couple frames just because of the perks. Now, if you guys don't know about perks, I'll allow Highsight to explain and then, put in my 2 cents here and there.
Absolutely, and perks are really where the games shine right now. It's a relatively newer thing that they've added, but the idea behind it is you can customize your frame in a much deeper and more stat-oriented and passive-oriented way. It tends to be really nice. So I'm just going to, actually, I can pull it up right here. Perks can only be changed at a battle frame station, but you cannot look at them. I thought you could look at them in here, but let me go run to my arc porter, which I'm putting up right here because that's a lot easier than running anywhere. And that'll bring me to a battle frame station where I can show you guys. The idea behind perks is every frame has different perks that they can unlock. There are different levels of perks that you get as you level up your frame, and they all have different abilities, and some of them cost a little more than others to put in. And once this station loads up that I know is here, I will shoot it to prove that I know it's here. Come on, you bastard, there it is. You can go to Battle Frame Garage, and you can see your perks right here. These right here are your basic perks. You're going to get these pretty early on. You unlock them at level 10 for any frame you're playing. And they all do different things. For example, headshots do 10% more damage, or weapon switching is 30% faster. You get a reduced cooldown on your grenade skills, reloading's 10% quicker, all that stuff. These are pretty standard, nothing too out of the ordinary, except for maybe your what's called a exclusive perk, which you get specifically for that frame. In this situation, my Rhino has one, where when I activate an ability, I briefly become shielded, so I absorb some damage for free, so that's real nice. But then we get to the more intermediate perks. These level up...
Oh, 1 second. We got a question.
Okay.
Guys asking how I get the Arsenal chassis. So you can go about 2 ways. You can either just red beans and get the chassis that way, or you can level up frame and get... Or you can't do it with pilot tokens anymore, yeah.
No, pilot tokens, you get 10 pilot tokens when you fully level up a frame now. Level 40, you get 10 flat out, and you can spend those to buy frames.
Yeah. So you can either buy them, you can either use them to buy a frame, which would be your Arsenal frame, or you can use red beans to purchase it.
So yeah, as I was saying with the perks, so at level 20 you get intermediate perks. They cost a little bit more. You're allocated a certain number of points that you can commit your perks to. I think you get 20 at level 40. Is that correct, Cass? Or is it 21 even?
It's... What, perks? You actually get 21 points to spend.
21. So I'm going to actually bring out one of my fully perked frames for this. So yeah, right here. So you get 21 points that you can spend, and you can have a maximum of 10 perks going at once. So whichever comes first, either the more you spend or hitting 10. So basically, intermediate costs 2. You unlock those at level 20 on a frame. Advanced costs 5. You unlock those at level 30. And master perks are when you fully max out your frame. You get really good perks. For example, this one right here, concussion shells, will reduce enemy movement speed and attack speed by 25%. And if I headshot them, they have a 25% chance to get stunned. So you throw that on something like a minigun or something, and you hit consistent headshots. Every 4th shot is probably going to stun the guy. Really handy. Or this lovely perk right here called Hunter, where if I repeatedly hit the same target within a certain amount of time, I get a 10% damage increase, up to 40%. So that's really good. Even if you miss, as long as you hit within a certain amount of time, you'll still keep those stacks. So that's a lot of real good free damage right there. But mainly,
Yeah.
these perks are going to come in handy for PvPing. Go for it.
Your perks, I mean, you can use both for PvP and PvE.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like my max frame right now is built focusing on PvP. It does well on PvE. I mean, just because they're powerful perks. But you know, the cool thing about perks is it allows you added customization to the frames that you don't normally have. So, you know, I think the perk system's good. My only concern is at early levels you don't really get to experience them as much until you start getting into like 25, 26, like level 24, 25, 26 when you start getting to Sir Tao. When you start getting perks more frequently. At level 20, you only have 3 perks.
Right. Yeah, that's
you know, and once you get to level, and you know, and if you have a level 20 perk, that's 2 points. So then you might only have 2 in there. So I would say my only fix for perks is maybe make them available a little bit more sooner for levels instead of waiting for us to get them in mass towards the end at level 40.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a little bit of fun money with perks. You know, just get like 5 perk points right off the bat you're allowed to allocate somewhere. Even if you can't spend them yet, I'm sure it'd be greatly appreciated.
I think maybe level 10, that's when you get the 5.
Yeah.
And then from there, you know, you got a little bit of a wait till 20, and then 20 you can get, you know, then it starts going up in increments of 1. That would be something nice to have.
That would be.
But let's see if we got more questions here. Yes, Arsenal is the only one with alternate reactors right now.
Yeah.
I think that's going to change. I think right now, I think mainly they're concerned. They gave us a lot of content, and they want to make sure that content is fixed and not buggy before they start giving us pretty things.
Exactly, and content and bug fixes are really the pressing priorities right now, especially bug fixes and balances. That's something that they're really investigating, and I believe that is definitely the way to go right now. Now,
yeah, I mean,
go
ahead.
All right, what I was going to say is I was going to actually move off the topic and start talking about our favorite frames, but if there was something else you wanted to add?
Trojan White asks, do you guys know any available website spreadsheets that show optimum frame builds? Right now, I think Bronodon's is coming back on top of, I don't know if Asterisk has updated their website. It's kind of, we're still kind of early before people start doing have done perk guides. I am going to post very soon this frame's perk setup. I guess we could start that'll lead us right into the favorite frames.
Right. And actually,
So,
while we're talking about them, why don't we make it a little interesting, Cass?
Oh, you want a duel?
Why wouldn't I? It's me, for God's sake.
All right, let's take it away from the city.
Fine. You and your frame rates. Actually, I agree. But while we're walking over there, I'm going to mention, so my favorite frame is the one I'm playing right now. It's called the Electron, and it's actually a variant of the Engineer class. It's a very unique frame in the sense that, although it is an Engineer, it's not really based around its deployables nearly as much as it is around shielding itself with powerful energy shields and high-speed movement and pinpoint, precise, accurate shots with basically it's a railgun that can also do an alt-fire that has an AoE like this. So this is my favorite frame because of its high mobility and its ability to just hit things really easily. How about you, Cass?
You know, I've been a recon fan from the start. I've actually played around with both the Raptor and the Nighthawk to the point where I've actually found this Ninja frame. This Ninja frame is really interesting due to the run speed perks that I have. I'm retardedly fast.
It was faster than most trucks.
I move very fast.
What did we clock you at? Wasn't it like 50 miles per hour or something obscene?
35 meters a second.
Right, that was it, 35 meters a second.
So there's that. Also with that, I have stealth, and I have this really cool thing called the Sin Blade, which we will now experience as we duel each other.
Yeah, his idea is basically he stays cloaked and ensures that that I don't see him when he suddenly slashes me in the back and the bunghole, and it's painful. But my strategy is to stay around mid-range and try to take him out. Short range is kind of my nemesis because that's really not a great place for a long-range weapon like mine. However, I have an ace in the hole called the Charge Pulse Generator, which I have just deployed right here. But he already stunned me, so that hurts. But the idea is it knocks him back if he gets too close to it, so it kind of gives me a little bit of area denial. But he has so much cloaking that if I'm ever out of that area, I could easily get caught out and killed very easily. But if I hit him just a few times,
Woo!
He'll die.
There you go.
The trick is I gotta hit him. When he moves that fast, it's so hard to get a pinpoint shot on him. So hard. Thank God he's squishy. But it definitely works because, as you saw, when he hit me that first time, I got stunned. I couldn't move at all, period.
So, you know, and this comes into play. The Sin Blade is actually a perk that you get on the Raptor frame that allows you to have a blade as your melee attack.
Here, hang on. Let me get a close-up on you. Show us that blade. Stop moving. All right, so yeah, hit it again. Yeah, you see that? That is a very large melee attack compared to what we usually have.
And that does that does even more damage from behind. I hit you for about 13k.
Whoa! Yeah, one more hit would have killed me. That was enough for a 2-hit. So it's a very good class.
I'm not even maxed out yet as far as like purple abilities and whatnot. Now,
as you might have noticed,
somewhere that shows that build. You know what, guys? If you've talked me into it, I will. Yeah, melee's gonna bring me out of stealth. I knew that was gonna happen.
Yes, thank you, Pez. I knew it. Oh, who called it? Thank you, Pez. Risk reward finally comes through. I knew it would happen.
that will happen. I'm not mad. I think being stealth, because if you watch, I'm gonna stealth. And I could sit here and swing.
Now, bear in mind, I can still kind of see his outline, but that's only because I'm not fighting him. If I were fighting him, he would be completely invisible. It's just because he's on my team, I can still see where he kind of is.
Now, with like we've had some debates with this. Guys, I will definitely post this frames build tonight.
Yeah, boy.
And I tell you, it will still be viable if you come out of stealth on melee. It will still be viable. You just have to build up that melee attack.
Exactly.
And how you get that power is by raising your power rating. And your power rating comes from equipping modules, getting good weapons, leveling, like everything positive that you can do to your frame, do it.
Yeah, I'm just showing off right now my Millennium, which is my shock rail. So right off the bat, this is only like a 40 power rating. But then you plug 3 high-level modules into it, and suddenly it gets plus 60, and it's suddenly an extra power rating of 100. So guys, really, plug in those modules, because every 1 power rating you get is plus 1% to your base damage, which, it doesn't sound like a lot, it increases exponentially. That is huge. Do it.
Now, another thing I use on... the Nighthawk and Raptor are known for their sniper rifles, their charge rifle and the sniper rifle. So, what the hell is that noise?
I didn't hear anything. Dying cat, maybe?
Oh, no. It was like it sounded like a buffalo. Anyway, I actually wear the R36.
Ah, yeah, let me get a nice little zoom in on that, baby.
Yeah, we nerfed it because Cass killed me in PvP and the devs cried the loudest. Yeah, that's true. and honestly, I was owning probably one of the best Mammoth players, Nozama.
Mm-hmm.
Quite
thoroughly.
tragically.
It was a thorough trouncing.
I was actually in Broken Peninsula last night, and I actually had a really good fight with a stock recon. He put up a really good challenge, and the way to counter this frame is the Sin Beacon.
Yes, absolutely, the Sin Beacon.
Sin Beacon negates stealth.
Yes, it will completely reveal the target as long as they're... if they've been tagged, they'll be revealed for a long, long time. And actually, I have a little ace in the hole, too. Here's a little pro tip for you guys. Cass, if you would, duel me again real quick. Little ace in the hole if you guys ever face a stealth opponent. if you have the Hunter perk that I talked about previously, which gives you those stacks every time you hit somebody, there is actually, and Cass, if you could go invisible, you see that? I can still see where he is based off of that little thing that kind of shows up. Also, always keep an eye out for anything that moves. If something's moving when it shouldn't be, obvious sign that there's somebody there. So definitely, if you see a cloud of smoke, AoE into the smoke at all times. That'll give you a good chance of hitting them. And that's how it's done.
Yep.
You just gotta, once you learn how to fight the stealth players, it becomes a lot easier, but it still becomes hella hard. It's going to be a lot easier now that meleeing takes you out of stealth.
Yeah. Big ask away. We will definitely get to your question. I'm monitoring chat. This is what this tonight's for. We're here to answer as many questions as we can.
Yes, please,
about
big chunk.
What we've experienced the past couple weeks. Guys, tonight, I promise you, before I go to bed, I will post what abilities. I'll go into some of the modules. Mind you, I don't have all the greatest modules yet. I'm still testing it, but I will definitely post that tonight. I've noticed that even though I do have Sin Beacon up, it's not a good build for this frame.
Nope.
The way I have it set up. I tried it just tonight. The grenades, your recon standard concussion grenades,
Cryo
grenades work better because they actually stun, or they don't stun.
They slowed all hell.
Slow. Yeah.
If he slows a target, odds are he's going to be able to kill him, because if you're not moving, you're dead. I have this expression I always say. It's OBM, or ABM rather. Always be moving. If you're not moving, you're dead.
So I will definitely post this tonight. Is class choice? So Big Chunk's question. It sounds like a really cool one. So my question is class choice a matter of taste, or are there specific roles such as tank, heal, DPS that are needed to balance a group? Honestly, they've made the game to the point where you don't need to have a healer in the party. It helps. Certain classes have more armor, and that's what they're built to do. If you want to talk about what's a tank and what's a DPS and what's a healer, really the only healer in this game is going to be the Dragonfly. Tank wise, it's the Dreadnought class, but really it's a taste.
It really is.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of knot frames. I like to be nimble and fast.
Same.
Now, mind you, I have a little love for the Arsenal just because the Arsenal is a well-rounded frame. But as far as, I mean, yeah, it's all about taste. And if you and the great thing about the game is that you can try out all four of the classes and not be stuck or have to go back and re-level, or like make a new character. You can just switch.
Yeah,
so,
and really the big thing about this game, one reason that there's not really any real roles is because of how diverse you can create your frames, especially with the new perk system. You can make a tanky sniper if you know how to do it. There is a perk that will give you extra health. There is a perk that will give you massive regen. There is a lot of perks that can just change the frames in general and make them very, very silly. Like I was saying before in another stream, there's actually a perk from the biggest tank in the game called the Mammoth that you can put on any frame that will actually, anytime you activate an ability, you get 15% of your max health back. So you pair that with a perk that gives you 10% extra health regen, so then you're getting more along the lines of 16.5, not a lot, but it adds up. And finally, you can pair it up with another perk that gives you another 400 health. I mean, the idea is, the rolls are really what you make them. And there are counters to these counters to these counters that you can discover as you go. Now, I'm not going to say everything's perfectly balanced, because it certainly is not perfectly balanced yet, but the ideas are all there, and it's definitely viable to make your own fun in this game, and that's what I love about it.
I think we should show off one of the, is the focus of, it should be the focus of the game at times. This is the core of the game that you can do at any time, and that's thumping.
Yes, I agree. Let's do some thumping. I'm going to take a lower level frame just to make the experience semi-authentic, and let's take it somewhere. I think my lowest level frame is 15. So let's find a level 15 area and try to make this feel authentic.
All right, let's do that. So we're gonna pick. I think I might go with my Arsenal 17.
All right, and we're going to head over to the Transhub Command area right here, level 14 through 15. Somewhere in between Broken Shores and Transhub is going to be a nice area for us, because it's going to be a little higher level. So I'm just going to toss down a squad waypoint, and let's head there.
All right.
Now, am I even actually geared up? I'm not geared up well. Oh my, this is going to end very poorly, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make it funny.
So, if you haven't heard of thumping before, the big thing is with thumping is this is where you can get resources, XP, and yeah, I mean, you really learn how to play. You could learn how to play your class, and it's up to you when you want to do it.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. It's wave-style combat that can be created on the fly, and that was kind of fascinating to me when I started this game. It still is pretty fascinating to me. You can literally just find an area, any area in the game that you think would make for an awesome combat situation, and suddenly start getting resources for doing wave-style combat in it. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
And running around, and I tell you what, there used to be a lot more resources as far as different types, and it was, I mean, you would spend all night just trying to find that nice gushy vein of resources so you can actually, thump it. Now I think it's a bit easier. There's a certain, I think, what is there? There's iron ore.
There's iron, tungsten, there's titanium, and there's uranium.
Yeah,
and
so
there
there's
may or may not
4.
be a mysterious 5th resource. We don't know about that yet. I'm not going to say yes or no either way because we don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it comes down to those. Now instead of literally having 1,000 different variants of 16 different resources, we're down to 4 rather, which makes life a lot easier. But I'm going to try and explain now how scan hammering works, just so people get the idea. When you start off the game, you're going to pick up something called a scan hammer, which is going to be used for finding your resources. Now, the way you use it is you find a nice area that looks thumpable. Particularly, it's going to be a nice grassy area or something like that. Not many rocks or anything, not too hilly. And you're going to use your scan hammer. That is going to reveal these awesome wave things right here. The trick to finding the peak of the resources, because you see I only have like 53% right here, which is high, but it could be higher. The trick to finding the really big vein is after you do it, you have to go up and you'll see there's these curves moving inwards. So if you move towards those curves and keep scan hammering, you'll eventually find the peak, which is right here, this big, bullseye area. That right there is referred to as the peak. That is where you're going to find the most of at least one of the resources you find. In this case, it's a 55% peak. That is a beautiful peak. So from there, most people would probably put it down right there, right? Yeah, wrong, actually. What you're instead going to do is you're going to look into your resource gathering. You're going to find a thumper. We're just going to do a personal one because, we don't need anything too big for this right now. You're going to not put it right there, but you're going to find a nice kind of hillsided area that you can have, like, if I put it here instead of there, instead of having all 360 degrees of the thumper completely open for attack, like, I've saved about over 180 degrees of where the thumper can be attacked. So there's only this area can be attacked from, which makes it a lot easier to defend. It's very tactical if you do it that way. And I highly recommend you never go straight for the peak.
Yeah, you don't worry, don't do the peak. It's better to be safer. You can get a bigger thump easier if you're managing what's going on.
And you get double resources if you bring it back fully thumped. So always make sure you're going for that 100% if you can. So it's better to get a full thump in than like half a thump.
Absolutely. And I mean, I can pretty much guarantee me and Highsight are pretty veteran on the whole thumping. I know when I first started playing this game, that's all I did was thump.
Yeah, no, me too. I used to do it all the time. I mean, if I ever found purples, that was my happy day. Back when I was saying before, for newer players, there used to be, like I was saying, different qualities, and like qualities 900 through 1000, yes, there was 1,000 qualities. I'm going to repeat that because, wow. But qualities 900 through 1000 were purple qualities. Those were really high, and if you found those, it was like Christmas. Good times.
Yeah, when you found a purple one, it was quite. I'm sorry, Dark Crawler. We're not bringing on anybody. We're just doing these things to show new players what to expect.
Yeah, this is less of a community stream as it is a question and answer stream right now. So we're kind of good with what we got. Thank you though.
Yeah, but stay tuned throughout the week because the other guys are going to be definitely doing community streams, inviting you guys along to play. Definitely check out Friday with Crazy. He enjoys bringing people along.
Absolutely. And I will be glad to bring you on some other Tuesday stream. Just not tonight. Sorry, buddy.
So, yeah, this right here is, and this is really interesting because it's a dynamic XP gaining thing that you can do on your terms.
Not just XP, but you get a lot of resources out of it too. In addition to the iron that you get out of it, or whatever you're thumping for, you're also going to get everything that falls off of the things you kill. In particular, you're going to get bio resources, such as bone fragments and other stuff that you can use to create things like health packs. So it's a real good way to farm up on items.
Definitely, and it's it's a good break from just running the Ares job boards or running Ares missions. I mean, you can get this is fun to do with a group of people. You just sit here. You can sometimes it gets a little monotonous, and you can just sit there and you guys can just shoot the shit,
just like real life.
Yeah. Oh, so what'd you do today? Oh, I went up to Copa and met this hot chick, and we had a thing going, but then she said she liked recons, and I was like, fuck that.
So I am John Gallagher. Ask me, where do I get gas? The classic question. My answer to that is always going to be bean burritos. Every time. For those of you who don't know, that's a joke about an LGV question someone had a long time ago that people just never let die, where someone brought out their LGV, which if you don't know what that is this awesome vehicle right here, and they asked, where do I get gas for my LGV? So that's kind of repeated everywhere now. Where do I get gas? Another good point I just realized is when you run out of ammo, such as I just have, if you don't have an ammo pack at the ready, your secondary weapon has what's quote-unquote near infinite ammo. So just whip that out and use your secondary for a while until something drops an ammo pack, or until you realize, oh wait a minute, I had one in my inventory the whole time because I thought I had.
Now, if you guys are interested in Arsenal Frame's got a cool perk where every time you use an ability, you get ammo back.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And literally, you don't run out of ammo. If you're smart about your abilities, and you're shooting, and you're keeping focused, yeah, you never run out.
Now, that's one of those Arsenal-only perks I was talking about, how I was saying before there are certain exclusive perks. That is only Arsenal, but it is such a good one to have on the Arsenal.
Yeah, it definitely makes the Arsenal... It's one of those perks that makes the frame unique out of all its class frames. Because, each frame has, this is a Dreadnought frame. So, to make it unique, it's got its own special perks. So...
And the Arsenal, by the way, definitely recommend checking it out. I'm currently leveling mine up right now, and I'm very happy with how it's turning out. There is a bug right now where the gear doesn't get the right base damage, but that has been confirmed today on stream with Pez that is something that they are fixing. So don't worry, that will be fixed, and then it will be just as viable as it would have been, or should have been.
Now, with secondary weapons... You can pick any of the secondary weapons to use on your frame. Like right now, I have a grenade launcher on mine. That just helps with the AOE. But on my Nighthawk, I have an assault rifle. It does a pretty good amount of damage.
Oh yeah, on my Arsenal, I have a Necro burst rifle I was lucky enough to get, and that deals melding damage. That's nice. Nice little extra damage boost right there.
That's dirty.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty dirty. So, as you can see, we finished the Thumper at 100%, which means we're going to get a double resource boost. So, I ended up getting... First of all, I got 11,500 XP. That is a lot of XP. That's almost 10% of a level for me. And I got 230 iron, where I would have only gotten 115 iron if I hadn't finished it all the way, or if I would have gotten even less than that, actually. But, So that's why it's always good to position my Thumper where I did. Like, as you saw right there, the Thumper did not take much damage at all, and that's really mostly because of the placement. Always place your Thumper wisely. Oh, and I should also mention there are multiple different Thumpers. There are personal ones, and there are stock ones, and all of them have 4 ranks, actually. Stock, 1, 2, and 3. If you're gonna do 3 of either personal or squad, make sure you have a lot of buddies nearby.
Yeah, and the cool thing is when you actually start getting into the Broken Peninsula, then you have the SRTs. which
Yeah.
are short-range thumpers. And even at level 1, you're going to need a team to bring with you because those are tough.
Yep.
But we believe in you. You can do it.
You can do it!
Oh, I guess they want to see a Tiki Thumper.
They want to see a Tiki Thumper. Well, that's a good point. As far as Tiki Thumpers go, I'm going to have to do squad. And, Cass,
I have a personal Tiki Thumper.
why don't you drop it down? And
I
you're
have a
also,
stock personal.
and you're also echoing me a bit, buddy.
Oh, sorry. Here we go.
Much better. No, it's not. It's actually worse.
Hold on. Sorry about that. Let me fix myself.
Hi, I'm Phil and Cass.
Hey, Boot.
What's up?
Different mics, different likes.
And I'm not hot
and
micing.
I'm still echoing, aren't I?
No, sounds good.
Okay, cool.
Hello, world! Sorry, streamers. Sorry, viewers. Sorry about your ears. All right, why don't you drop down a Tiki bad boy right there. Now, bear in mind, the Tiki is the same exact thumper. It just looks, well, you'll see. That's another thing I forgot to do, but I did just now. You should always check your thump spot before you thump if you just did a thump, because it is very possible that it might have dried out on you, and you could just be thumping dirt. So look at this
here's a
bad
Tiki
boy.
Thumper.
Look at this bad boy right here. I'm going to F9 that shit. Ah, baby. So you see all the Tiki stuff behind it. Look at those masks. Oh, I love my Tiki thumpers. I made all my squad thumpers Tiki so I can tell them apart real easy.
Now, I don't know if this is confirmed, but I heard they've been talking about making new, cool-looking thumpers. And I put in a request for a Community Chaos personal thumper.
Do I want to know what's on that?
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure he rejected it about half a second before you got the full sentence out. I remember that.
Scantily clad women, all over it. Maybe some penises. I don't know.
Now Void Q's asking about short-range thumpers. SRTs, or short-range known, those are only existent in the open-world PvP area. The idea is you need to capture an outpost or a watchtower, and then that kind of opens up the area to you to thump in, and you can get thumpers in the watchtower that you get that can only be used in that area. So those are literally short-range thumpers. They're only from, the place you get them that you can use them. And once you thump with those, the resources are sent into a pool back at the area that you captured, and they are, over time, arc-ported into your inventory. So you don't get them right off the bat. You have to defend the area from oncoming attackers, otherwise they can get those resources instead. It's a very interesting give-and-take system.
Yeah, if your base that you're currently thumping from gets captured, they take your resources, and that sucks.
Yeah, so you got to make sure to defend that, or otherwise all that works for nothing.
Now we know that there's some bugs with Broken Peninsula. It's a new zone. Some of the bases are a little weird. There's some alarm issues and door issues and whatnot. But I know that they would not leave that hanging.
No, not at all.
It's a fun zone when you get a group of people in there moving around where you're constantly trying to keep bases up. It's pretty interesting. And I think once they balance out a couple of the classes, it'll make it pretty awesome.
Definitely.
Especially, not being able to melee and stealth anymore.
That's a good balance. But yeah, I think the charge rifle, as Pez put it, the Raptor is getting a bit of a change in the next patch. I, for one, welcome our new Raptor non-overlords.
Yeah, the Raptor charge rifle right now at high level is insanely powerful.
Someone soloed Baneclaw, which, if you guys don't know, is it is a raid that you're supposed to do with 15 to 20 people. They soloed it in about 8 minutes with just one Raptor, so if that might give you an idea of how broken it is right now. But it is getting fixed.
If you look over here, we have another thumper.
Yeah, look at that bad boy right there. He's a big one.
This guy's...
Looks like a personal 3.
Yeah, he's getting it.
Yep. So he looks like he's actually a higher level frame that's being downgraded. Now when you're in this area right here, because this is the first area, your frame will actually get downgraded if it's above level 24 to a level 24. Now this is to allow higher level players to still be able to play with their friends and not be ridiculously overpowered and doing all the work. So it's...
Now, I've noticed though that I don't know if it's combat abilities to get the downgrade, but my speed does not change.
No, your speed probably would not, because that's not affected by level. Level is mainly going to impact your power rating. And your power rating is going to affect your damage and healing output, first and foremost. So that's mainly what gets downgraded around here, your damage and your healing. But your movement speed is going to stay the same as I believe, your HP.
Now here's something that's happening. Due to him being closer to us, we're actually drawing some of his mobs.
Like, look at all those. Look at all those guys. So this is like a higher level thumper. Cass, if you can just defend that one for a bit, I'm just going to show off. This is what a higher level thumper is going to do. And I could whip out a really good frame and show you guys. In fact, I think I'm going to after this. This is the kind of combat situation you can expect in New Eden on a higher level. And you might want to consider what's called licking the thumper, where you actually kill some of the mobs on another thumper, helping somebody out, and getting some credit for it. Anytime you see a thumper, just kill a few mobs. It has to be a few, but not too many. And you'll still get, not like full credit or anything, but you'll get a nice little chunk of resources out of it. Definitely worth doing.
Like I said, everything in this game, if you help out, you will get somewhat credit for it, if not full credit.
Absolutely. And I think after this thump, I'm going to swap over to another frame, and I'm going to show you what a high-level thump looks like.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Are we going to do it here in New Eden, or are we going to take it to one of the new zones?
I'm going to ask you to give me that, because I don't have any... I have a level 3 gun right now. And it's only level 21.
Oh. Did I... Oh.
Just
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's yours.
Thank you. I need something aside from this level 3 piece of junk. Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually level 1. It literally has a power rating of 1.
Yeah, that's all you, buddy.
Thank you much, sir. So I just picked
that's
up...
something in all video games you guys should take and understand. It's much like Jesus.
Oh, I ain't
if
touching that.
somebody needs it and you don't need it, let them have it.
'Tis better to give than to receive. If you know you're not going to use it and you're just going to salvage it or sell it, and you have somebody with you who you know can use it, definitely give it to them. That's why they added the whole need for greed rolling system.
Don't be a dick and be awesome to each other.
Don't be a dick, be a dude.
Yeah.
There it is. So now I got this bad boy right here. Let me look at this. That's the other nice thing. Different weapons look different now. They all used to look the exact same. They look fucking glorious these days, and I like it.
Right on.
So I'm feeling a little light on the questions there. Let's see. Anybody got some more questions for me?
Well, it looks like Big Chunk's really getting the help he needs. Yeah, and please, follow us, because we're not always here just helping you guys out. We're here having fun too.
Absolutely.
And we try to have as much fun as we can. Firefall is our main game, but we also play other games as well. But right now you'll see mostly Firefall.
Absolutely, we are big Firefall fanatics. In fact, this is how this whole community was formed in the first place. Was we all got together as Firefall players. We were all in the same army. Cass here happened to be streaming with his buddy Ash, and we all kind of were constant viewers with him. Had a good time. We talked it over, and as it turned out, we all had a common interest in streaming as well. So here we are.
Yeah, and it's been great ever since. And
yes.
We welcome people to come and hang out with us and play the game with us. And if you ever see me in game, shoot me a wave.
What's my favorite color? Red. Sorry. Yeah. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is red.
My favorite color is blue and black.
Blue and black. Good choices. Actually, blue's up there too. Blue's like a close second.
Any tips for new players? Do not get discouraged. If you feel like you don't know something, ask.
And I can't stress it enough. Do not depend on the job boards. Seriously, you have a giant open world. Go out and explore it. It's such a waste to just confine yourself to the areas they want you to go to. So go out and explore. You will find stuff to do. You will find people to latch onto. And in fact, we're going to go do this Ares mission right now. And then maybe we'll do a big thumper. But that's the thing, is there's always stuff around you. Don't confine yourself to the job board. As easy as it is to do, it is not the best way to level up. It's an easy way to level up. But it's not the most fun, period. But the missions are really good in terms of the narrative. I love the narratives. Oh, and of course, never neglect your instance missions. Go ahead.
Yeah, never neglect your instance missions. Always, just the best thing to do is bring a friend with you. I mean, this game excels at playing with people.
Don't play with yourself,
friends.
play with others.
Absolutely. Grab a friend, it's free, jump on, run together.
Oh, and be a tanky class when you're starting out. It helps a lot. Or a high mobility class.
Yeah, honestly, please do not take the forums right now as 100% of what the community is. It's a small
percentage.
It's a small percentage of the overall community. A lot of us, we're in game or we're streaming. We have a very strong streaming group right now, so.
And Zone Chat is always there to help you. Never be afraid to ask a question. For anybody who might say it's a stupid question, you'll get a lot of other people who say that is a good question. So as you can see, this Ares mission, and guys, in case you guys have never done it, is all revolved around clearing out bandits from a bunker or some sort of area. You can find this spawn in a bunch of different areas, but this is actually one of my favorite because you have to actually kill the bandits before they reach these call boxes. And if they hit the call box, they're going to summon a lot more powerful bandits to come and actually fight you too, including a bandit leader. And you see right there, I leveled up doing this mission. I leveled up, wow, that is a big long mag module. Anyway, I leveled up right now. When I started out this stream, I didn't have anything, and I didn't do a single job board. And I had a lot more fun, I feel, than if I just did the job boards repeatedly. So,
job boards are important, but they are not the end-all be-all. Do your Ares missions, run around the world, meet with people. I mean, a lot of times this game happens. You'll find somebody doing a mission, and the next thing you know, you guys are doing missions together.
Yeah, definitely. That's another thing. Squad up with any randoms you see, because odds are they'll accept your squad invitation and greater power in numbers.
Yeah, definitely. Just, have fun.
Have fun.
This game is fun.
Like right here,
Don't listen to negative people, because, that's just people being negative. There's always going to be people that are unhappy with certain aspects of the game. And yes, sometimes the game might have bugs, or there might be something that you might not agree with.
I will never call this a perfect game. There is literally no such thing as a perfect game, except for maybe chess or Pong. But that's just because they're so simple. When you get into complex games like this, there will be issues, and there will be things that people debate about. But the fact of the matter is, it's still a really fun game.
There's very few games that can get to perfection.
Oh, somebody nailed me. I thought I was going to make it around the corner. Oh, that's another thing. You had mentioned earlier credits were only used in the marketplace. Not entirely true. If I wanted to right now, I could press G and sell for 5 for 250 credits. I don't generally do that, though, because that's a lot of credits, and I'd rather pay the Crystite cost or just get someone to res me. Which, again, is a good reason to be in a squad, because your squad mates will see that you're down, and they can help you up without having to pay. Yes, this game it's changed a lot, and in my opinion, I agree with you definitely, Bionic Ape, it is substantially better than when I was playing in a beta. Like, by a long shot. It just keeps getting better, honestly. And that's Cass over there playing with his HKM and Charger, and R36 assault rifle.
Another ability that is, I think it's balanced because of the time frame, but it's still it's more shock and awe than anything else.
Definitely. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. If you're looking for people to play with, join an army. People are always recruiting, and here, let me show you right here. They have this lovely social army list area right here, where you can see people who are recruiting and just apply right then and there. But I'm going to tell you right off the bat, don't apply to any of these guys. They're not the people to apply to. Apply to AOD. AOD rocks. We have, I mean, literally right now, I'm just looking at what we got. We have 40, 50, 60. We have 63 people playing currently right now across 4 different armies. 63. That is a lot of players. Seriously, join up.
I'm sure out of those 63 people, there's somebody around or at or can be around your level that will be willing to play with you.
Absolutely.
And that's awesome.
Absolutely. Let's see, did we kill all the leaders? We didn't kill all of them yet. I think there's still one left somewhere in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back through the entrance and see if we missed any other entrance.
Look at this, I just leveled up and I'm already about a fifth of the way to another level, just without even finishing the mission yet. Seriously, Ares missions rock.
And definitely, guys, if there's a person with the apple next to their name, those are mentors that have been given that apple by the Red 5 team, and they are there to help you out and answer questions.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I don't have an apple because I don't think I know enough about the game yet.
Ironically, even though I'm doing a mentor stream, I am not officially a mentor yet. I'm working on that. I'll probably be one soon. I only just recently applied, though, and they're doing a lot of stuff, so, you know, it's not a high priority to pick out mentors. Because people will generally just help you anyway. Wow, look at that. You don't see that every day.
Oh, him just, like, chilling on the top?
Yep,
Yeah.
with all of his buddies.
That was fun.
That was. So each time that we're killing these bandit leaders, we're getting like a solid, maybe, probably 3k XP. That's a good number.
Yeah, I'm maxed out in this game. I'm just helping you guys out, but I'm getting good crystite. That's another thing I think that might need to change
Here
a
he
little
is.
bit. If you're in a, I would suggest doing it in a zone like this. But if you're in a zone like a level 40 zone, like Devil's Tusk, and you're at max frame, getting XP is worthless to you now. I think maybe a little extra crystite boost would be awesome.
Yeah, something, you know, just a little something to acknowledge that you're still playing. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying it has to be anything big, just something.
Yeah. Oh, you got another one here. I got him.
I think that's the last one, actually. That's the one we came for.
Is it?
Yep,
All right.
I believe so. And he's telling me the Accord can't help me. My ass, the Accord can't help me. That's actually something really cool I love about this game, too, is it's not... You are not an Accord pilot. You are an Ares pilot. You are a mercenary who can literally work for whoever the hell they want. And that comes into play a lot with the job boards, the narrative in particular. You'll be doing different things for different corporations or for different factions. May even be a little questionable in nature, but it's all for what you think is right. And that's really neat. Alright, so, we got any more questions? I'm feeling all lonely up in here.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to see if anybody's.
It looks like we got some new AOD members coming in. That's awesome, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the Army.
Oh, we got 57 viewers. Right on.
Thank you, guys. Glad you're watching. I hope you're having a good time, and I hope you're learning something. This is edutainment at its finest. I love that word for some reason. It makes no sense, but I say it anyway. By the way, I should mention, because I'm required by law to mention, that the music I'm currently playing is by Big Giant Circles, and he is a really awesome... he started off, really, his career remixing video game music, and those are all available for free on ocremix.org. But this album he actually did on his own. It's all original music called Imposter Nostalgia, and his music's really awesome. I fucking love it. He does this chiptune techno-y thing. It's so good. Oh, baby. That is a 71% peak.
Oh. Dang, you're going to have to give me a moment. I'll be right back.
Will do.
Maybe Boot can talk.
How do you do Baneclaw, Darkfaller asks me. As I mentioned prior, Darkfaller, around level 37 you can start doing missions in Devil's Tusk. And it's a mission chain that has the word Hunter in the description. There's 5 of them you have to do. Once you do the 4th one, that's actually called Baneclaw, you unlock a Baneclaw raid that you can do with 15 to 20 other people. And that is how you do Baneclaw now, is in a nice little instance area with 15 to 20 other people. And God, did they make it harder. You were there, Boot. What'd you think?
Terrifying.
Right?
But
Terrifying!
You cannot do it until level 39.
Yeah, okay.
Mission board is locked to you until level 39. So
That's
you cannot do the
right,
raid.
so-
even though Baneclaw is technically unlocked at 38.
So you could do it with a level 38 frame, but you can't actually get the missions until you're 39.
Yeah, I haven't quite figured that one out.
Yeah, but as Boot and I will testify, there used to be something called Baneclaw, but that is nothing compared to what this is. This is god-awful terrifying, and holy crap, it taunts my dreams some nights. But it's so fun. And having 15 or 20 people run around doing it is really interesting.
Hopefully round 2 tomorrow. Because that's our...
That's right, that's when it all unlocks for us again, doesn't it? There is a 7-day lock on it right now, but Faded Pez has said repeatedly that they are investigating that and determining what they believe is proper, if that is the right number, or if they're going to change lockouts or whatever. But the loot you get out of it, you roll for 3 pieces of exceedingly high-level loot with everybody you played with, and the loot is beautiful. So good. But good luck getting it.
Banklaw's pretty good, and then
the other one's the better one.
Cantaloupe obviously has the modified main weaponry.
Right, you usually get weapons that have fire damage on them, just like I mentioned the burst, or rather the melded one earlier. There's a fire version that's really, it's beautiful.
Didn't we see just like ridiculously modified stats though?
Yeah, like really, really high. Like there was actually one of the, I want to say it was the sniper rifles. Yeah, it was a sniper rifle. Wherever you shot, formed a pool of lava that damaged people while they were in it. That's silly. That's so cool. Oh, I apologize. Apparently it's 10 to 20 people, not 15 to 20 people. This is all still relatively new. Yeah, this is still all relatively new. Despite my experience in the past, all this stuff literally just came out this patch, so I myself am still learning quite a bit too, but I've learned a good amount, and I know a majority of it to a good degree.
And it's hard to learn when you can only do it once.
Yeah, that's too. So a Canola Energy Core, Void Q's talking about. That's one of the modified ones that we talked about. That one, I believe, gives you insanely powerful jump jets, if I had heard correctly from my sources.
All right. I saw the ones I wanted from my Necromancer on Baneclaw. Baneclaw gives you the 7.5% damage reduction.
7.5.
I want that.
That's really good.
I am back.
Welcome back.
My throat was dry, like Sturtowel dry.
That's why you got to prepare.
I should have.
Good water. It's good water. So we're going to do a big-ass slump over here. With the random I picked up. See, I picked up a random, and he's staying with me. That's why you always squad up with randoms while you're running around. And once you get to this area, which you're here already, we're going to drop down a... You know what? Let's go a little balls deep. We're going to do a squad, too. This is going to be silly. I'm going to put it up against this tree.
I am on my Nighthawks.
Yeah, I'm going to go on a level 40 frame too, just to be safe. Because in case you guys didn't know this, and this is very important to know, if your Thumper breaks, you have to build a new one. So make sure you don't let your Thumper die. That is priority number 1.
And you don't get your resources.
Yeah, you don't even get your resources. It's really an all-around lose. So I'm going to run my Electron. It's not necessarily the best thumping frame, but I do have my Charge Pulse Generator, which is great with it, because it can keep enemies off the Thumper while I damage the hell out of them. Again, Charge Pulse Generator, definitely recommend you craft one if you have the means. It is a very handy deployable. See, look at that. Just bounces things right off it.
That is awesome.
Yeah, really great. Also great for area denial.
I'll take care of the big stuff on the outside edges that are shooting.
Works for me. I'll take care of the little things that approach it.
Because I'm like, so fast.
Look at this. We got a buddy over here in turret mode. So while you're in turret mode, which is another skill you can get, you are completely immobile, but at the same time you get a continuous shield boost, and you have a high rate of fire increase. Like very, very high. So it's a great trade-off, and it makes you basically become a turret. It's neato. Kill all the things! And here I have a free shield. What I just used right there is known as a boomerang shot. It deals damage to everything that penetrates, every enemy, and it gives a shield to all of your allies that it goes through. Great way to go. So I want to thank everybody who's been following me tonight. I know I had a few new ones I did not announce. I apologize. Warlord, Big Chunk, Bionic Ape, rather. And I believe Kulger was also here for mine. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you grow to enjoy the content that we provide you. We are a large streaming team, and we all have our own different things that we play and our own different ways of playing them. So you'll have a great time, I'm sure.
Yeah, we do a little bit of everything. I think actually this Sunday I'm going to be doing a Photoshop tutorial stream. Just, you know, answering questions, helping people out, giving them the basics of Photoshop.
Yeah.
It is a very daunting program, and some people do things wrong that will save you time in the long run.
So you should preface this by saying you're a professional designer.
Yes, I am a 3D digital artist. I do a lot of work. I actually work in Photoshop, 3D Max, After Effects, and Nuke daily.
Also, Boo-Boo-Wah. Thank you, Boo-Wah, for joining the Community Chaos. And, what is this? Rascalot, it looks like. Thank you, Rascalot. Thank you for joining.
Definitely, we do have a Twitter, and Twitter does announce what's coming up that day, the hours in advance. So if you're at work or on the road, and well, I wouldn't suggest checking your Twitter while on the road, but if you're on a bus, not driving, definitely Twitter up. Just playing that day.
Wow, we are getting flooded with watchers. Trojan White, thanks for following, buddy. I hope you've been enjoying the knowledge we've been laying down on you here. You guys are awesome. Thank you for watching. And Recon Crawler, thanks, buddy. Welcome to the community.
Thank you, Recon.
Oh, if I haven't mentioned HKMs yet, I might as well explain those too. As you deal damage, or even receive damage, as a matter of fact, you'll notice this little thing right here will get a little circle around it. Once that circle fills all the way and hits 100%, you can actually, it's kind of like an ultimate in League of Legends or something like that. You have a very powerful move that you can unleash on your enemies. In this case, well, in his case, he does a giant carpet bombing run. That's actually Cass right there doing that. Silly goose. And in my case, I have a giant wave of energy that pulses out from my frame and just annihilates everything.
I think this should change the name of this HCAM to Shock and Awe.
Shock and Awe, I agree. I totally agree.
Now,
See,
now
usually
the way I'm achieving that high rate of fire is through the R36.
Yeah, usually he would be running a sniper rifle on that class, and the HCAM would fire off of that. Every time he fires a shot, it would explode like that. But instead, he's using a high-powered recon rifle, high rate of fire recon rifle, rather. So every single shot, which is almost like at machine gun speed, is doing explosions. And while they do probably about 10 times less damage than the sniper rifle would, he can cover such a wide area really quickly that it really makes for a different tactic, and it really makes for a giant carpet bomb of weaker enemies. Great for an area like this.
And especially in PvP, it's good because it's very disorienting.
Very. Anytime he activates that, I can never figure out where the hell he went.
and that's the point. You know, I built this frame a lot around misdirection and, you know, dodging and trying to... The where this frame shines is making a battle on your terms. Going toe-to-toe is not the answer. Catching people unawares is the answer.
So, a Squad 2 just got me 500 iron ore. I'm telling you guys, these higher squad weapons, or rather thumpers, are exceptional. And just for that shits and giggles, let's throw out the highest level one we got, a Squad 3 thumper.
Oh boy.
Yeah, baby. We're ready. Look at this. It's almost as big as the tree. That's a thumper right there if I ever saw one. All the ladies say, yeah! I said say yeah. Come on, Cass. Same deal. I'm going to throw down a charge pulse generator in front of it.
Oh yeah, Highsight, you got to talk about add-ons.
I do got to talk about add-ons. I'm shocked that I neglected them. Firefall is a very, very add-on friendly game. Like, shockingly friendly. They've gone to great lengths to open up their code to us to the point where we can literally examine it, reverse engineer it, and create our own GUI icons or our own back-end features, or basically a lot of nice little stuff. You'll find a pretty thriving add-on community on the forums where people will make anything from different reticles to nice little changes. So, for example, Right now, as you might have noticed my HKM that I mentioned earlier, you'll see actually a percentage number there. That's not in the game by default. Someone found a way to get the exact percentage of what your HKM charge is and put it into a numerical value that you can put anywhere. So I put mine right on top of my HKM right there, so I can always look at it and know exactly how close I am to hitting my my HKM, so I can use it. And go ahead.
I think one of the cooler add-ons, which I don't think helps you in game, but really can actually increase the way the game is played, is Rain. It was written by Lemon King, who's now he's still with Red 5.
Either that or he's freelancing with him. I know it's one or the other, but yeah, he actually became part of the Red Cry 5 crew, at least for a short amount of time. Oh, baby. Yoink. Give me that. But anyway.
Oh, man.
Yeah, right? But he made this awesome add-on. In fact, I think I still have it installed. Oh, I got it! Yay! And what it does is it actually can... people can create their own racetracks in the game that are kind of holograms that kind of go over the world, basically, like, you know, loops and stuff like that. And you can ride your LGVs across the racetracks with your friends and do races. It's really cool. And Cass and especially Nozama made some really, really cool racetracks back in the day.
Yeah, we're thinking about getting back up again. The only thing is, it's very time-consuming. I suggest that you get it, you play around with it before you do something. I would love to see people streaming and do racing events. I mean, racing in this game is super fun.
I think there used to be a console command in REIGN, maybe? Nope. I thought I had Rain installed. I guess maybe I don't have an updated version ever since the patch, but I'll have to look into that, because I would love to get back into the racing scene. LGV racing is so fun. And actually, you know what? I think we should close with that. Give people a taste of the old school, you know? You don't see that anymore.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I know some of you new guys are like, what's an LGV? Well, LGV is your bike.
This is an LGV.
Yes, we'll get one. Once you hit level 40, you'll get the blueprints to build one. And build it. It makes life easier to get through.
Oh, definitely. It makes the melded hell that we all live in a little more bearable. something.
Honestly, I don't use
bicycle race.
I don't use my LGV as much as I used to, just because I'm so goddamn fast.
Right? You practically move at the speed of an LGV these days. It's silly. So obviously right now what we're fighting is not challenging because we're such high level frames, but if you were level 15 or 16 right now, you'd kind of be pooping your pants a little. We are level 40 though, which once you hit level 40 is about 16 times more powerful than level 1, I believe was the final statistic on that. So the stuff you're seeing right now is high-level content being played on, or high-level frame being playing low-level content, I should say, rather. Because we're bastards.
It's getting hairy over here in front of...
Is it? I didn't notice. What with the massive death going on?
Yeah. just for a minute.
I like Phil Jones over here, just kind of freaking out and shooting everything. Oh my god, what do I hit? And then we just kill them all.
Like, what the fuck did I get into? These two guys.
these fuckers right here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what's called top tier. You will see it eventually. Just persevere. Wow, look at
It'll
all
come
these.
quicker than you think.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just keep playing, and like I said, do everything. Do everything.
Do everything. Cannot stress that enough. Do everything this game has to offer.
Seriously, the job boards are literally the tip of the iceberg. They are out there to get you to do the other stuff. Do not limit yourself to them. You will be missing out.
It's like going on a backpack tour through Europe. The cities are just places to get your target destination. Everything in between is adventure, and that's what Ares job boards are.
Yeah, how else are you gonna find that whorehouse in Amsterdam?
Absolutely.
Oh baby, what do we get for Squad 3? Another 36. Very nice. Now, it's also important to note with the newest changes, the Thumper levels are actually a lot more important now because a level 1 will only extract iron ore, a level 2 will extract iron ore, tungsten, and titanium, and a level 3 will extract uranium as well. So make sure if you're thumping for uranium, you got a level 3 out there, because otherwise you're not going to get your uranium. You got to work for that.
And I think we might have tapped out this.
We might have. Let's see. I know they last a lot longer now, but let's take a peek. Nope, still up. But you know, we're gonna leave this for now because we got another half hour left of the stream, and I'm thinking, yeah, we don't have to end it on one. Let's do an LGV race. So let's say start off in. We're gonna start off in Thump Dump, and we're gonna make our way to Sunken Harbor. Is that right?
All right. Yeah, let's get the Thump Thump.
So we're just going to take a walk, and while we take a walk, we're going to do a little more talking. Are thumpers a consumable?
Let's have a
So
drag
here's...
race real quick.
Oh, sure. All right, hang on. So, yeah, but I did get a very good question. I was asked... Oh, you're... All right, ready, set, go. So we had a very good question. Are thumpers consumables? Thumpers are, in fact, not consumables. They are multiple use. However, if your thumper is destroyed while you are thumping, it is gone forever. You need to build a new one. So, they are and they aren't consumables. They're not consumables as long as you keep sending them back. Do not let your thumper get destroyed. It will be a sad day in your life.
Especially after you get that sweet SWAT 3.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's better to pull it.
I've lost one thumper in my life, and it was on stream, and I was so sad. You were there.
Yeah, I know. I've lost a lot of thumpers, but for me, you know, it's just like, it's a thumper. I'll get a new one.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. So, again, I'm going to repeat this thing about always doing everything, because I think I just heard... Oh, maybe I didn't. Never mind. I heard a seismic event happening near me. But sometimes you'll see something called a seismic event. Oh, there it is! I knew there was a seismic event! Sometimes you'll find a seismic event, and what will come out of it is a big-ass enemy to kill. And actually, I'm going to switch frames for this, because I want to make it interesting. Don't kill it! Don't kill it! Don't kill it! Don't kill it! Don't kill it!
Alright, I'll take out his...
No, don't even hurt it.
On.
Alright, so here we go. So you get a big-ass enemy like this giant-ass Arana, and basically... You have to find where the seismic event happened, activate something, and then kill its ass. And that right there, that gives you, like, at least 10,000 experience. So that's 10,000 experience for taking down a big enemy. What more could you ask for?
Now,
Good
the crazy
times.
thing is about that Arana is every time it throws stuff, there are eggs that spawn more Arana.
Oh, yeah, that's a really cool thing about him.
Another event is melding tornadoes, which take a bit to get through. They're not easy to bring down, but once you do, you get this little portal, and this portal sends you to a place where you have to run from point A to point B, gather as many resources as you can before the melding closes and you die.
Yeah, that's a really cool one. They actually revamped it for this version. It feels a lot more straightforward is the best word for it. It used to be one giant circular arena that you spawned in the center of. Now you actually have to move through it from the edges as it collapses on you. And that's
you don't want to move through
cool.
too fast.
You guys know what that arena is now?
What is it? Oh yeah, Baneclaw! It's the Baneclaw area now.
It is Baneclaw area now. I was like, I know this place.
I know, it's like, this looks familiar!
Please don't make that part of it. Please don't make it like the kill, what's it called? Rage timer?
Oh, the Rage Timer, yeah.
Just the melding closes in on you.
Oh my god, that'd be so harsh. It's like, and suddenly you're engulfed in melding. Enjoy! But the new one is just so cool. It's a lot more open and a lot more, linear's not quite the word, but it's a lot more progressed. That's the best way I can really put it, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
Alright, so... I also have
Almost
something,
here.
kind of a neat item that I'm just going to show off a little bit, though I'm not actually going to use it because it'd take forever to set one up. There is something called an LGV racing terminal, or a rechargeable one if you get lucky and get one in the, lottery, or if you buy one on the market. And what you can do is if you place this down, you can set a start point and then an end point that you have to reach. And that start point will actually spawn LGVs for anybody who doesn't have them, one-time use LGVs, that they can use to get to the end point. So that's a really good way to get people into racing. It's not used that often, but it's a really neat little feature. So the end of the race is at Sunken Harbor. And you don't have to come back. Just go from here to Sunken Harbor and hit the Sin Tower. Is that right?
Sounds good.
All right.
Good.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're off.
So we used to do this a lot.
Oh, all the time. We used to get people lined up for races, and we used to monitor their progress through the squads. That was so fun. We have to start doing that again. Because it's not like... In fact, we have Hall of Sertau to work with now, too.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a much more open area to create your maps for. And I just realized I took a wrong turn. It clearly has been a while. Let's see if I can recover from this. I think I can, actually. Ow. Unless that happens. Hissers are mean. Ah, yeah, I'm going to recover from this. No problem. Let's see where he is. He is way... Oh, he's taking another route. That's the other thing with these races that's kind of cool. Is there are multiple routes you can take. It's just a question of what you can find. As you explore the world more, you find these neat little routes that you can take to get from point A to point B. And I've done this race so many times, I found what I believe to be the optimal route, but everybody has their own opinion.
You know, for me, I like to take the routes that have the longer stretches, where you can actually stay at top speed, and it pays off.
See,
I'm not the best LGB racer. I'll tell you that flat out. I'm not good.
See, I personally am a fan of areas that will lead you to hilly areas that you can use for a nice boost of speed down the line.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I already had to jump off my bike because I got stuck.
Tisk tisk. I'm already at Copa. Copa's about the halfway point. That's a good way to see where you are in comparison to your enemies. And I can see him over there. He's probably along the beach line right now. So I gotta speed it up. He's not too far behind. And he can actually use that beach area to his advantage as a long stretch, as he was talking about. Especially now that the water isn't risen nearly as high. He can run right through it. But I think I'm still gonna get a little bit of a lead on him right here.
Yep, you are.
Not much, but it's enough. Oh, unless I keep doing that. I also have a weird way of doing my bike. I actually tend to hold down my right click and maneuver my camera with my bike as I go.
Makes it a little bit better.
Little bit. It takes some practice, but it helps. And I actually realized I just took a wrong turn. That might be your break away from me. I can't tell where you are right now. But I'm making good progress. Actually, I think... Are you going straight along the coastline the whole way?
A little bit.
Oh, nice. That's
I think
actually...
I'm on the same route you are now.
Ah, there we go. Well, then you better catch up. I'd love to get some nitrous boosts on these babies. I'd totally be down for, like, craftable nitrous boosts for LGVs. Where you could, like, say, okay, we're going to have a race, and I'm going to allot you to use 3 nitrous boosts through the race. So after I get through that biosphere area, I tend to cut through along the coastline at that point because it's a much quicker stretch through with less hills.
Definitely. I'm just coming up to it right now.
Yep.
Yeah, you're going to beat me. I'm not too far behind you.
No, not bad. Not bad. And then I come up these stairs right here, work my way towards the tower. And there we are.
Now, we used to make these long. Now, thinking about making a touring track where it goes through New Eden, Sertau, that would be kind of cool.
That would be cool. Like, go from one zone to another. That'd be sweet.
My problem is, it depends on
So I
depends on the loading time.
I gotta quickly just correct Nas, or the Wizard of the Cock, as it were. Bikes are permanent unless they're race LGVs or they're one-time use. You can actually get one-time use LGVs out of the lottery, as I did earlier today. So you gotta make sure that it's not listed as one-time use. But if it doesn't say one-time use and it doesn't say race LGV, then yes, it is a permanent LGV, such as this one right here, this LGV race. This is specifically for races. Actually, that I could do right here, for example. Right here. No, not here. Did they get rid of the races? Oh my, they did. I never noticed that. Well, then this is a worthless item. But yes, other than that, all LGVs are permanent. So, End Humanity is asking about credits. you can buy credits with Crystite, which is the in-game currency that you earn through doing just about everything. With the credits, you can buy in the currency exchange right here. So it's 25 Crystite for 1 credit. And if you look at the currency exchange, the red beans, which are the ones you buy with real money, are actually purchasable with credits at a rate set by whoever owns them. So you can even sell red beans if you want to. Currently, the exchange goes for 100 credits to a red bean. So if you had, say, 1,000 credits, you could buy 10 red beans. And as I said prior, 10 red beans will buy you, if I can pull it up real quick, a 1 hour, 100% XP boost, which is godlike for leveling up. It is the bee's knees, as it were. It is the cat's pajamas. It is the whore's crack pipe. It is excellent. Now, that currency exchange may even change, because, again, it's all user-controlled. So, although there is a large flood of red beans available right now in the currency exchange for 100 credits, that may change one day. This seems like a good price, 100 credits right now, so definitely consider it. Or, if you want to be really super awesome, support the game. Throw some red beans at the devs. They definitely earned it.
Definitely. Not a doubt in my mind.
End humanity. I totally do not remember you. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. I'm going to admit it. I'm not one of those assholes who doesn't admit when they don't remember somebody. I meet a lot of people. But hey, you know, while we're in Sunken, I might as well point out one awesome thing that newer people might not know about, and that is that this arena area just outside of Sunken Harbor, which I'm going to change frames because I know somebody's going to sneak up on me when I don't expect it, but there is an arena area just outside of Sunken Harbor, kind of like right attached to it. It's called the Halmgang Arena. And while you're in that area, it is an open world PvP experience. Everybody in there is free game for killing. And that's a way to have a really good time, especially with your buddies if you want to play with your frames for a while. Just jump in here. Anytime you die, don't worry about it. You don't get a durability hit. So just come in and play, execute your buddies, and have a good time. This has always been one of my favorite areas in the game. Because I can do this to Cass. Oh, he's going to try and sneak up on me. Like I don't know his games. Oh, he snuck up on me. Haha, my charge pulse generator got him. Oh, almost hit me with that. That would have probably killed me. But instead I killed you. Woohoo indeed! Anti-back. Perfect timing with the follow. Now, as I mentioned, though, while we are in this area, we are lower leveled automatically to 24. So you will be open world PvPing with people who are 24, and you'll be 24. Just something to keep in mind. But it's a fun little area. And sometimes it gets populated, especially if you just say in zone chat, hey, let's have a PvP party in Sunken. Suddenly people just show up.
Woohoo!
Demon0975. Thanks for watching, man. Welcome to the community. Once again, I want to thank everybody who's been following me tonight, or us, I should say, rather. We are happy to have as many people join us as we can get. Ah! Uh-oh. Is he going to get me? Is he going to get me? He got me! Hey, Cass, I want to give you a heads up, too. I just realized something about your run speed. You actually kick up dust while you run cloaked because of how fast you go. So I can kind of track you. I know, right? I just noticed that. That's a funny downside, I gotta say. Ah, good times, good times. Oh, that's funny. As soon as I spawned, my boomerang shot fired off that I was trying to hit you with before. Dan Harmon's Community of Chaos. Alright, I see you. I got your number now. Your ass is mine. Shit, he's moving so quick. He's like a fucking puma. Come here, you. Ah, that's your clone. I see you. I hit you. Oh, well, that hit you. It's funny. I saw the dust pile kicking up, and I was like, oh, I know exactly where he's going to run. Poof. Come here, you. I ain't scared. I don't even look worried, do I? Because I ain't. Boom. Ah, damn, he's got his smoke screen. I see you jumping. I see you. I know your games. God, you move so quick. Really, I know what I should do after this. I should bust out my new arsenal that I've been working on. Oh, you're hurting. You're hurting. There he goes. Hunter perk. Love it. So if you guys saw, the more experienced players would be able to pick up on that hunter perk that I did right there, where you saw the little circles around him even though he was cloaked. I was able to pick up on where he was and take him out. Now, if anybody wants to join us in a little bit of PvP action, I don't care what your level is, let's have some fun. Hop into the pit. So just whisper Highsight asking for an invite, and I will get you in. I'm going to try out my new arsenal frame. It's not fully leveled yet, but it is above 24, so at least we'll be on semi-even ground when we fight. So I want to try this out on him, because this is supposed to be kind of a counter to him, because I can actually slow him down and potentially even stun him. And if I do that to him, well, he's not going to be good at meleeing then, is he? But the beauty is, with the perks that I have on this system, I currently, my shots slow him by 25%, slow his attack speed by 25%, and if I headshot him, there's a 25% chance that I will completely stun him and he won't even be able to move. Although I first got to find him. There he is. I mean, there he isn't. So you see, he's already moving slower, although that's definitely his clone. But I see him because he's doing something very silly that I'm not going to tell him because it's really funny. No! Oh, I couldn't jump away in time. So yeah, that 2 hit. Very nice. So, Cass, you're doing something very silly that I'm going to let future stealth players know about. You have your flashlight on.
Ah, shit, dude, I didn't even notice it was on. Yeah, dude, I always try to turn it off. Your flashlight will give you away all the time.
Immediately.
Actually, I think it was off. I think the frame actually generates some sort of ambient light sometimes.
I don't know about that.
Well, I know that if you're complete darkness, there is ambient light, even if you have your flashlight on.
Yeah, that can be actually from the light spots on your frame, kind of the lit up spots. But since you're cloaked, that wouldn't really happen. Alright, let's see. Round 2, bitch. I am very slow compared to you, though. And I do not have the hunter perk on this frame. Oh my, I'm out of there. I'm out of there like last year. I did not realize he had his HKM, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, he is tough to hit, isn't he? If I can just get a few headshots on him, I think I'm going to wreck him. But he is tough to headshot. There we go. He dropped like a fly because I stunned him. Unfortunately, he dropped behind cover. Oh, that was a good hit. Very close, very close.
Yeah, right when you hit me in that stun, I threw a smoke grenade, so when I hit the ground, I recovered. Oh, shit. There's a sniper. AOD.
It begins.
It begins.
So we're getting a broken chain in here. He's a relatively new player. And I'm just going to set up a squad. Actually, there is a squad waypoint. Alright, there we go. He should be good. He'll find his way. So yes, our frames did get migrated, some people to the highest level, just because of how the migration happened. But they have mentioned many times that they are, at some point or another, planning on raising the level cap. So we're not going to be top tier forever. And actually, I'm kind of looking forward to that, because the most fun parts of the games are definitely the parts where you are not at the best. Again, it's all about the journey, not the destination. Yeah, this frame still has a long way to go, particularly with the perks. I need more perks, but more perks requires more leveling, and wow, he hurts. Ah, come on, don't 2v1 me, bro. Screw it, I'm out. I ain't 2v1ing. You guys fight it out for a little while. Oh, he got me. Wow, one shot executed. Well, not really one shot, but you know. So I never did mention dropships. It's mainly because I don't really use them much anymore ever since I got an LGB. But dropships will actually go around the major areas of New Eden. And you can get to one in any major point of interest. Copacabana, Broken Shores, anywhere. And they will take you wherever you need to go. So one really quick way, especially for lower level people to get around, especially if they need to get to like Sunken Harbor from, say, Thump Dump, wait for a dropship to come by. You'll see them stop by every now and then, and you'll see right on them where they're heading. Just hop into one, and they'll bring you there. Free of charge, too. Yeah, I don't think this frame's ready for PvP primetime just yet. Oh, baby, that hurts. Ah, you jumped at just the right time. Broken Chain's right, it is kind of like a city bus. Oh, hey! Faded Pez says, "So my god, patch." What could that mean? It could mean all the information I just gave you is obsolete. Boy, oh boy, you know, while I'm on stream, you guys keep doing your fighting thing, and I'm going to read off some patch notes, if they have them up already. Let's take a peek. Patch notes. Oh boy, patch notes from 17 minutes ago. Patch highlights. We've increased the amount of dynamic spawns to help the world feel more alive. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what we were talking about, and we're so happy to see it. I'm looking forward to seeing that New Eden really come back to life again. So we got that. We've reviewed and updated the Dragonfly's Healing Ball and Healing Pillar abilities. I'm sure there'll be more information on that down the line. Nighthawk headshots now deal headshot damage to all enemies. This has been a long time coming. The Nighthawk has been a little broken where it hasn't been dealing the right headshot damage, so this is very much accepted. Thank you, Red 5. Alright, let's see what else. Player summoned deployables now have increased health pools. Very good. That's going to help the Bastion become much more viable, because I know a lot of people have been saying their stuff has been dying way too quickly. Players can now have multiple Sentinel pods. Wow! That's a game changer. So Sentinel pods, if you don't know, are something that the Bastion can equip that's as a skill. They place them down next to their deployables, and they automatically heal their deployables. You used to only be able to have one, but now that you can have multiple...
How do you see me?
Now that you can have multiple, you could potentially have a metric fuck ton of healing going on for your stuff. That's a real game changer for the Bastions, and I think the Bastions are very much going to appreciate it. In addition, I believe it also deals damage to enemies that are within its range, so that's going to be a real game changer. Added player spawn rooms to certain areas, nothing too big. Epic resources are now available in Broken Peninsula. Epic resources! Guys, remember that mysterious fifth resource I was saying may or may not exist? It exists! Epic resources, that's awesome. I assume that's what they mean. I mean, we already have, like, uranium, which is rare, so I assume epic must be the top-tier orange ones. Goody, goody. Rogue Peninsula just got a lot more interesting. Numerous Ares job fixes and polish, and guess what? Hardcore Blackwater Anomaly has been re-enabled. I know a lot of people have had that a long time coming. They've been wanting that back. So, those are the highlights. There's a lot more to it. I mean, wow. Wow, there's a lot more to it. Guys, I'm scrolling down, and it's just going on and on. Wow. Hang on, I need to do a quick test here. If I take all of the patch highlights, and I put them into a Word document at, let's say, 11 fonts, there are... Come on, work with me here, Word. 14 pages worth of patch notes. Guys, they did 14 pages worth of work in 1 week. Jesus Christ. I'm not even going to pretend that I'm going to be able to read all these on stream right now, but seriously, here are the patch notes. Holy Mother of God, this looks awesome. Thank you very much, Red 5. I'm very much looking forward to tearing a new one into your new Eden. And I tried to make that sound as sexy as I could. I don't know if it worked.
And when is that patch hitting?
Now.
Oh, well, it looks like I'm logging out soon.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's pretty big.
it looks like it's very substantial. My oh my. My oh my.
So, also, guys, I will tonight definitely be posting up this frame. I will post it in probably the battle frame discussion. So please definitely check it out.
You know, you mentioned that. Now you play Nighthawk, right?
Yeah.
4.5 gig patch.
That right there tells me that Red 5 is listening to everything, both good and bad, that people are saying on the forums, on Reddit, on the streams, everywhere. I mean, they fucking listen.
Hey,
And
Cass.
that's something you don't get from game.
Top of the battle frames and combat patches. Using melee attacks will now remove a player from stealth. Very
That was
first
gonna
one.
happen.
Yep, that's the very first combat change. That's awesome.
Drake was like, fuck that. Hey guys, Cass, yeah, he found something else. Fucking get rid of that shit.
Here's another interesting one. Being stunned by a player initiates stun effects, prevents... Being stunned by a player initiated stun effect prevents other player-initiated stun effects from affecting you for 10 seconds. So it sounds like if you stun me, I can't be stunned again for 10 seconds after.
By another player.
It says specifically other player-initiated stun attacks. The way that sounds, it's not saying other players, it's saying other player stun effects. So I think that includes you, actually. I'm not quite sure. The wording's a little odd. It might just be other players, but I think it really actually impacts you as well. HKMs now take longer to reach full charge. That's kind of good because, especially in the PvP world, that was kind of silly. The first person to get an HKM basically won. And what else we got? Oh man, it's so extensive. I'm just trying to cherry pick some good ones. Who do we got? Who just followed us? Shuski, thank you for watching us, and welcome to the community, my friend. God, 14 pages of patch notes in a week. This is the first week after launch. This is amazing. I'm so happy. This is so cool. Sentinel pods can now be affected by AoE modules, as can they by max deployment modules because of that new change. That's the coolest thing. Electron get any love? Probably not. Let's see. Nope, no Electron love. That's fine. I like it where it is. It's actually one of the only frames I'm pretty happy where it is in terms of power. It's not overpowered and it's not underpowered. It's just right.
Woohoo!
Waffle Ganger. That's a good name. Welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for joining the community. Okay, so they reduced the resource veins from 6,000 to 2,000, so they'll dry out quicker again. Orma, welcome to the community. Resource vein size looks like it's been decreased slightly too. Boy, I really want to read these all.
Repairing nanites.
Oh, good. That's something that they've been talking about getting fixed. Oh, hey, did they fix Arsenal? This was something we were talking about earlier. Nope, maybe not. I don't see it, but unless...
Me either. Which
Yeah.
one's supposed to be fixed?
Yeah, the combat shotgun gun and the particle beams currently keep their base damage the same between levels 1 and 40, so... But wow. Well, we have actually hit the end of our stream tonight. I want to thank everybody who came out. I hope everybody who asked questions learned quite a bit today. It's been an awesome experience helping you guys through, and I'm happy I could do it for you. Cass, thank you very much for coming out and helping me with all this.
No problem, man.
And Boot, thanks for popping in too. Good to see you, man.
Yep, it's been a while.